Welcome to the museum at Lassen's Resort. This is a 103-year-old resort hotel that we have been operating as a local history museum since 1986. However, Lassen's Resort originally opened on May 7th of 1921. Back in May 7th of 1921, the Lassen brothers opened this beautiful resort and added to a property that they already had a dancing pavilion, a thriving buffet restaurant, a saloon, cottages, a water slide, all sorts of fun summer amenities. Originally, this building used to sit on the opposite side of Cedar Lake. It was built in the 1890s by the Armour brothers. They were an ice harvesting company, and when they discontinued their operation in the early 1900s, they had a vacant ice barn and a vacant boarding house, and the Lassen brothers heard about that and decided to buy that boarding house, slide it across the frozen lake in the winter of 1919, and turn it into this hotel. The property operated as a resort hotel from 1921 until the mid-1940s. The Lake Region Christian Assembly turned the resort grounds into a summer camp from about the mid-1940s to the mid-1970s. And then after that, the town of Cedar Lake acquired the property. They didn't have any use for the resort hotel. It was actually falling into disrepair at that point. And the Cedar Lake Historical Association was founded through a grassroots effort championed by Beatrice Horner. Bee's dream, her vision, was to turn this resort hotel into a local history museum for the entire community to enjoy. And that's exactly what we were able to do. In October of 1986, the museum opened under her guidance with a steadfast group of volunteers. Even when the museum opened in 1986, that didn't mean that the work was necessarily done. So for all of these years, nearly 40 years now, volunteers have continued to work season after season in order to ensure the upkeep of this building is able to be accomplished all the way from the roof to the basement and everything in between. That is all volunteer manpower. People remark all the time how when they walk through the front door, they feel like they have stepped back into a 1920s resort, and that's our goal. And that really makes us happy to know that we are able to share local history with new generations, with people who have possibly never even been to Cedar Lake before, but also the generations and the children that are growing up in our community. The exhibit tree tells the story of Cedar Lake from its glacial formation all the way through the resort era of the 1930s. In the Story of Cedar Lake Gallery, you walk on a journey and learn about the Monon Railroad. You learn about the steamboats that were here and other steam-powered equipment. And of course, we even talk about our original settlers in the region, which would have been the Potawatomi Indians. As early as the 1600s, they had their summer camp on the northern shore of Cedar Lake because they recognized that this was a place that was fabulous for recreation and sustenance, just like we do today. So through the years, we have continued to work to restore Lassen's legacy more fully. With a rebrand in May of 2021 on the 100th occasion of the resort hotel's opening, we rebranded to the Museum at Lassen's Resort, and we have added dining experiences in the past couple of years. We've added steamboat rides, and we even have the dream of turning the second story into a 12-suite boutique hotel to fully restore the Lassen's legacy for having dancing and entertainment and dining and even being able to stay here again. Saving a 103-year-old resort hotel is no easy task. It takes years and years of volunteer manpower. And this community came together in the 70s and agreed that this was a cultural icon worthy of saving. And ever since then, we have put in countless hours year after year in order to maintain it and preserve it for the next generation. You cannot quantify the value of saving a historic structure. There's community building factors, providing a sense of place and destination for tourists as well as citizens. Education, educating the next generation and bringing those school children here. Decades of preservation have certainly paid off here in Cedar Lake, and I know it's the same in other small towns. When volunteers come together with that dream and that vision, incredible things are able to happen.